Hey guys, CryptoDad here, and let's see, it doesn't look like it's there. There, it looks good now. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin. We'll talk about the news. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys. We're going to talk about altcoins. And as always, I'll do my very best to get to your questions and see if we can answer or solve your issues here live. It'll be fun. So join me. I'm here again with the rig and the Bitcoin logo in the back. It's been, as far as Bitcoin goes, it's kind of been in a holding pattern. Haven't seen it breaking any 52-week highs over the last week or so, but that's not bad. As Dan and I were talking earlier this week, we brought up that it has sort of flipped the all-time high of 68,000 that had held for the last couple of years into support now. So if you're bummed out that Bitcoin is not at 73,000, just remember last year, everyone kept saying, it'll never get back up to 68,000 again. And well, here we are. So take the good stuff. So once again, I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. I've got news. We're going to talk about the Sam Bankman-Fried case. I've got some follow-ups to some discussions of last week about coin control and UTXOs and saving fees on your crypto wallet. And I also want to talk about seed phrase management a little bit. I am constantly in dialogue with people that I've invited to come to me with their questions through email and in my YouTube comments. And currently I'm dealing with at least two people that are having issues with their seed phrase. And it's pretty heartbreaking. One of them, the seed phrase works, but it doesn't have the crypto accounts that he was using a couple of weeks ago before he reset his device. So somehow he entered his seed phrase wrong or had an intermediary seed phrase that somehow he's misplaced. And then I have another person that is trying to restore from a seed phrase, and it keeps telling him that it's an invalid seed phrase. And he's tried it in a couple of different wallets. So we have confirmed that it is in fact an invalid seed phrase. And the question is, how did he write down an invalid seed phrase? So we're going to talk about managing seed phrases. I know it's a little boring topic, but if you have lost access to huge amounts of crypto, it won't seem boring to you at all. So let's talk. I want to thank everyone again for being here. Let's go over here to the big board. And Kenny's here. Thank you. Always early, Kenny. And thank you for the news stories. We're going to cover one of the links that you sent me tonight. And Amsterdam, Holland is here. That's great. Taking care of business. Talking about crypto, leaving crypto in your will. We'll talk a little bit about that. Mr. Miskey, thank you for being here. PJ Playhouse, Hans Hanna 350, Cardosaur, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, Crypto Work, E. Poston, Timothy Almeida. Let's see. Lee is here. Hello, Lee. Yes, we spoke by email earlier. I'm going to do a demo for you on cashing out. Simon, thank you so much for that great donation. Pardon me. Didn't mean to minimize it there. I don't know why I said that. I was trying to read what you wrote there. 991. Keep going. Just another 9 to go. Oh, okay. So it looks like maybe I'm getting close to posting 1,000 videos. That's cool stuff. Thank you for reminding me about that. Christopher Thane from Australia. Always good to have everybody here. If you've never been in the live stream, check out the description. We've got a little overview of what we're going to talk about in the news. And then, like I mentioned, I've got an agenda here. Lee wanted me to demo some cash outs from Ledger Live. Seems like a straight... there we go, Simon. Thank you for that. Seems like a straightforward topic, but a lot of people struggle with that. So we'll talk about that tonight. Let's update this just a little there. And tax season is here. So if you want to check out Coinly or CoinLedger, you might want to check out those tax services if you have a lot of trades and transfers that you would like to keep track of. Just letting you know, just putting it out there, a transfer from an exchange to your wallet is not a taxable event. A lot of people think that is. Moving your crypto around from one place to another is not a taxable event. It's only when you sell your crypto that it becomes a taxable event, which also means that when you buy crypto and hold it, you don't have to pay taxes on it, right? So a lot of people are worried, oh, I bought a bunch of Bitcoin this year. What's going to happen? Nothing, really. But don't trust me. I'm not a tax expert. I'm just sort of giving you the lowdown. But if you've been trading a lot, then I would suggest one of these services because you connect your transaction history and your trading history to these services, and they will calculate all of your capital gains and or losses and help you do your taxes, right? It's not that bad, you know. I've used a service like this. I think mine was Coin Tracker. I used Coin Tracker a while back, and it just does it for you. The hardest part. I mean, the rest of it, you just, you take that capital gains form over to your tax man, and then he will do your entire return for you. But at least you've got the crypto stuff covered. Also, sign up for Coinbase if you want to start dipping your toe in the crypto world. I highly recommend you get a hardware wallet to store your crypto. I like the Ledger Nano X. Ledger Nano S Plus is also great. We've got the Secure X, some Magtame cables, which are kind of cool. Tangem Wallet, always a favorite if you find ledgers and Trezors a little too complicated. We got the Keystone 3 Pro, NGRAVE combo, and the NGRAVE Zero. I guess I lost my Trezor link. I haven't. I'll have to put that back in there, but I do have one for Trezor as well. And we've got the news stories down here linked for all of you who would like to read a little more into the news stories that I'm going to cover. Let's jump into the news real quick. I promised we'd talk about Sam Bankman-Fried. He gets 25 years. What happens now? Will the former FTX CEO actually be in federal prison until he's 57 years old? Will anything change in regard to FTX users getting their funds? So we'll kind of cover both of those. I think there's a link into this story that I would really like to go through. But he was sentenced to 25 years on multiple felony convictions of fraud, different types of fraud. The judge kind of read him the Riot Act during his sentencing phase, and I was kind of looking for that entire statement, but I wasn't able to find it. But he basically, kind of lit into him for being evasive and for lying and trying to cover up his fraud and trying to sort of misdirect the prosecutors or having the prosecutors rephrase questions and things like that. The judge was not impressed with him at all. And, he was found guilty. And a lot of people, there's a lot of reactions up and down. Some people think it's not enough time. Some people think it's too light, or I'm sorry, some people think it's too much, right? They think that, he's a nonviolent offender and he maybe shouldn't have gotten that much time. I don't know. What do you guys think? Chime in if you think his sentence is justified or not, one way or the other. He is, of course, going to appeal And let me see. I'm trying to find, and of course, I didn't come prepared for this. Let's see. Doggone it. I think I must have had it on a different story. Let me check. There is a list of all the stuff he did, and what was that? Let's look in CoinDesk. Sam Bankman-Fried. I think this is the one, possibly. Oh, God, please don't tell me I'm not going to be able to find this. Doggone it. Makes me upset. Oh, let me look at this one again. Okay. Okay, says appealing the conviction. Tiffany Fong. Okay. Possible plan. And I can't find it. Doggone it. Oh, wait. No, was it in this story? Come on, Rex. You can find this. Please. Come on, man. Doggone it. This makes me upset. This was like what I wanted to talk about. Doggone it. Okay, Rex, just take a deep breath. You will find this. Doggone this thing, man. Man. How am I not finding this? Man. Come on. Oh, this is really bumming me out. All right. It was, what does it mean, right? Isn't this it? What happens? What does it mean? Okay, guys, come on. Just give me a second here. I know I can find this. I know I can. All right. Oh, doggone it. Oh, man. Okay. Come on, Rex. You can do this. Oh, damn it. Okay. Let's go over here. It just bums me out, man. This is exactly what I wanted to talk about. And now I can't find it. Come on. It's in here somewhere. Oh, it's not going to happen, is it? Okay. You're killing me here. Doggone it. Pooies. Anyway, somebody had a list of everything that he had done. A guy on Twitter had listed all of the things that he had done. And it was just a laundry list of stuff. And it just, it makes me so mad that I can't find it. Oh, man. What a drag. Okay. Damn. Maybe it was this? Here it is, finally. Oh my God. I was about to die. Okay, let's go through everything he did wrong. Sorry about that glitch there, guys. All right, so, and I hadn't even known about a lot of this stuff, so it was kind of shocking to me. I don't know that maybe I should have done more research into it earlier. Okay, here we go. In January of 22, Sam Bankman-Fried sold $75 million worth of ST ETH, leading to a massive DPEG event. So for those of you who don't know, Ethereum can be staked through Lido, and in return you get ST ETH, which basically stands for staked ETH. And it is itself a tradable token. Well, it should follow the price of Ethereum. It should match the price of Ethereum because it's basically just kind of a wrapped version of Ethereum. Well, Sam Bankman-Fried dumped $75 million worth of ST ETH on the market and caused a DPEG event, which set off the Celsius bank run and the daisy chain of events that included the blow-up of 3AC. So he's basically responsible for bankrupting Celsius and 3AC with that ill-timed, idiotic dumping of 75 million ST ETH. Okay? That's number one. Number two, using Alameda and FTX customer funds, Sam bought $10 million plus worth of NFTs. 18K of Pebble, a fractionalized NFT of a picture of a rock, 605, I think that should be million, of, or maybe that's $605. I don't know, it seems low. Carolyn Dow NFTs, Simple Dow for Caroline Ellison, 20K worth of tendies, bought 270K worth of a token called Cum Rocket, engaged in tens of thousands of wash trading transactions to boost the visibility of his holdings. All right, a wash transaction is when you're buying and selling the same tokens over and over again to increase your volumes, right? Created an NFT and most likely bought it himself using 270K worth of customer funds. This was the test NFT that Sam Bankman-Fried created and then posted, and then somebody bought it for $270,000, and most likely it was him. Right? Teethran, thank you so much for that. He did this dozens of times. Find a new DeFi thing. Be the largest liquidity pool. So he's investing in liquidity pools. He's dumping a whole bunch of tokens into liquidity pools. Then buy the protocol tokens from his own LP in size via one trade, sell down that chunk in subsequent multiple layer, repeat the step 3,000 or 4,000 times. Because of the wash trading and because of high new protocol emissions, theoretical APYs should look ridiculous by now. Tweet about high APYs and the protocol. New buyers chase the APYs and LP, increasing price. He removed his LP, which should be valued much higher by now because of his tweets. Wash costs offset by LP and capital gains. Dump, or even better, bring to new DeFi thing. Repeat dozens of times. So, I mean, this is out and out fraud and manipulation of the crypto market. You know, using not only other people's money, but also using his position of influence to tweet about tokens or liquidity pools that he wanted people to dive into to increase his own holdings. Sold block tokens. SBF bought a bunch of radium. And the white paper stated that the investor team tokens were supposed to be locked for 1+ years. SBF proceeded to sell 80K of radium tokens on that day. So he's selling what should be locked tokens. Helped fan the flames for SHIB, built up a giant position, then dumped at the absolute top. On October 27, 2021, the largest Shiba Inu farmer unstaked 107 million of SHIB and sent it all to FTX. This marked the absolute top. SHIB immediately began to plummet, never to recover. Manipulated DeFi governance token distributing, forcing an emergency intervention by the protocol. I mean, this guy was just like a bull in a china shop, playing with other people's money. Wasn't that active on-chain until the crime started. Here's a chart of the balance of Alameda wallets. The blue dot is when Nishad Singh altered the code base to enable Alameda to withdraw unlimited amounts of crypto from FTX, right? So they jiggled and juggled the books and the wallets of FTX and allowed Sam Bankman-Fried to sell or buy tokens on behalf of Alameda using unlimited crypto from FTX. I mean, I don't remember I think at one point he talked about the total, how much it was. Billions of customer. Here we go. He invented a token, FTT. He wrapped some over to Solana, WFTT. He wrapped some more, but differently, SOFTT. He deposited the double wrap tokens to make Saber wrapped FTT solid 9 decimals. He then took the wrapped token and wrapped it. I mean, this guy, okay, in fact, FSB's father was so unhappy with his salary at FTX US, so he emailed SBF asking for more money and then pulled the "I'm telling your mother" dad move and looped SBF's mom into the email thread. I mean, I have no words. And you may, some of this stuff might have gone right over your head, but for someone like me that was involved in a lot of this stuff, like the liquidity pools and, the crypto ecosystem, to see how, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was behind the depegging of the Terra Luna stable coin, the algorithmic stable coin, because somebody bought a huge amount of UST tokens and dumped them on the open market, which caused the depegging event, which led to the collapse of the Terra Luna ecosystem, which a lot of people bought money, not to mention the entire crypto market. He basically just spoiled the party for everybody, basically. So anyway, I'm sorry I had to take all that time to find this tweet thread. I had read this story earlier and thought that this story had that link in it, but apparently it's an updated version of the story. So I apologize trying to find that tweet thread, but I thought that was important. Let me go ahead and copy that tweet thread link into our description here down below so you guys can read that at your leisure, because it's just unbelievable what he did. Now let's talk a little bit about, let's just put crimes there, right? Let's just talk a little bit about what's going to happen to the people that lost money in FTX. I went a little overboard with that tweet thread, so I'm just going to kind of quickly break it down for you. So people that had their crypto on FTX when it went bankrupt, of course, lost all of their crypto. And so what they are, what FTX lawyers want to do in the court is they want to take the value of everyone's portfolio at that time in 2022 and then use that as the price that they should pay people back. And that is just wrong in so many senses of the word. The idea of a cryptocurrency exchange is that you are depositing your crypto on there. If anything should go wrong with the crypto exchange, then by all accounts, they should give you back the crypto that you had on there. So if you had 0.1 Bitcoin in there, you should get 0.1 Bitcoin back. And that would mean that now your Bitcoin is worth a lot more than it was then, which is what it should be, because you were trusting your Bitcoin with them. They shouldn't take the price of 0.1 Bitcoin in dollars and then use that to reimburse you. And you probably won't get the full amount anyway. You're only going to get a percentage of that amount. But it's just horrendous to take a dollar value of crypto on deposit and use that. They should be returning the crypto, basically. But they don't have it. It's gone. It's been wiped into thin air by an investor that was investing in air, basically. So a lot of people's hard-earned crypto just went up in thin air, basically. But yeah, that's what they're doing. And not only will the depositors only get probably a percentage of what they had on deposit at that time, valued in US dollar, they're probably going to adjust it for inflation too, so they'll get even less. So pretty sad situation for anyone that had their crypto on FTX. While we're here, you know what I'm going to say. Don't keep your crypto on exchanges. Exchanges are for buying and trading and then withdrawing back to your own wallet. I know it's more complicated. You incur fees, but would you rather do that or have all of your crypto disappear? Right? I think I'd rather have my crypto in my own wallet and, have weathered the storm through this. All right, so also, Kenny sent me this link. He sent me a couple of different types of links for the Bitcoin halving event, and Kenny estimated that the halving will probably occur on April 20th, which will be a Saturday, and it should be kind of around the time we normally do the live stream. And so he suggested we kind of do a halving party, kind of like a New Year's Eve party with a countdown and everything. It should be fun. I'll see if I can swing that. If I'm capable, I don't know for sure, but I put a link to this Bitcoin halving countdown in the description down below. The Bitcoin halving is based on a blockchain number. I guess I don't know if I'm saying that right. It happens on when a particular blockchain processes, and you can sort of time it. It roughly happens every 4 years, but it's based on an actual blockchain when we hit a particular number. So we'll count that down when it happens. Looks like it's only 20 days away. Yeah. Okay, so I haven't muted the mic tonight. That's good. I wanted to kind of go through, I just linked these stories below. I won't talk about them too much, but basically last week there were some questions about consolidating your UTXO transactions in your Bitcoin wallet. And it sounds complicated, but basically whenever you transfer Bitcoin into your wallet, it's sort of like your let's say you're buying Bitcoin and you're getting dollars, and and every transaction is like $5 or $10. That's like you've got a whole big garbage bag full of fives and tens. right? And so you want to go down and buy a new toaster oven that's, $500. Well, a toaster oven, a new washing machine, right? We want to go buy a new washing machine that's $700, and all you have are 5s and 10s. So that's kind of the scenario we're looking at. Bitcoin wallets sort of work like that. So if you've got a whole bunch of small transactions racked up in your wallet, when you go to move a large amount of Bitcoin, it has to combine all of those to create an output, and that costs fees, right? So basically, I included this article because it gives you a pretty good explanation of what UTXOs are, and kind of the analogy to buying something that costs $60 with a 50 and a 20, and you get back 10 and change. Bitcoin wallets work very similar to that. And if you've got a bunch of large UTXOs, then it usually doesn't come into play. But if you've got a bunch of little ones and you're doing dollar cost averaging, you're buying, say, $50 of Bitcoin a week over the course of 3 years, you might have quite a few UTXOs in your wallet. And this will mean that when you go to move your Bitcoin, you will have your fees are based on the number of UTXOs. So it does a pretty good job of explaining the situation, and but it's specific to the Bitbox wallet, which is fine. And then it goes into a little more detail about how you would combine, fine-tune this combination. But basically the solution to combining them is to send a transaction to yourself, which you can do. And so basically you can say, okay, I've got like 500 UTXOs and I want to make it into, 2 or 3. You can send Bitcoin to yourself in large chunks. The only problem here is that you do have to pay fees to do this. The idea is that you do this combination during times of low activity and lower blockchain fees, so that maybe down the road you'll save money. So it's kind of a gamble to begin with, but I wanted to give a more detailed explanation. And then I also included this about Ledger. Ledger also has a little guide on how to use coin control. It's not very long, but for those of us who are using Ledger Live and the Ledger device, I thought I would include this story. As I mentioned, all these stories are linked down below, down in the description. There was something else I was going to do. Oh yeah, this story here. I don't understand this story. I think it's like ironic. Isn't it ironic? UK court freezes $6 million worth of Craig Wright's assets amid Bitcoin creator claim. The judge endorsed the worldwide freezing order on the crypto open patent applicant request to address COPA's total court expenses. United Kingdom court sanctioned the freezing of $6 million in Craig Wright's assets to prevent him from evading court expenses tied to his assertion of being Satoshi Nakamoto, the network's creator. So here's the guy claiming to be Satoshi Nakamoto, the inventor of Bitcoin, which is a way to store your currency offline in a decentralized manner to prevent banks from seizing your assets. Okay, so he just got $6 million or 7.6 million pounds or 7 million in dollars frozen by a judge. Why did he have all these assets in a bank and traditional financial institutions when he was Satoshi Nakamoto, right? Shouldn't he have had all this in Bitcoin where it was out of the reach of the long arm of the law? Okay. So I don't know. I just think it's ironic that he is a perfect example of why we use Bitcoin, right? And here he is getting his assets seized. All right, I just kind of thought that was a funny story. Anywho, so let's go. Okay, Juan is asking, is the Ledger wallet safe? Yes, it's safe. All right, let's talk about that. I get that question all the time, and I wanted to point out, first of all, that I linked a very informative YouTube video by Andreas Antonopoulos down here at the bottom of the news stories, right? It's a YouTube link. I would highly recommend that you watch this video.
All right, first question comes from...
It's just a 6-minute and 34 long, 6 minute and 34 second long video. So it's digestible, right? I would highly recommend that you watch it. But what I would like to break down that he talks about in this video is that people are always saying, should I trust hardware wallets? The fact is that any hardware wallet requires a certain level of trust, period. Fact. Everybody thinks that hardware wallets should be like these hypothetical things where there's verify, don't trust, verify. That is, I get that. That is the mantra of the, the crypto world. Don't trust, verify. But in order to use a hardware wallet, you have to put a certain level of trust in the manufacturer. It's just that simple. But the alternative, see, you can't just look at things in a black and white world. You have to temper every logical decision that you make. You have to weigh the alternatives. And so he talks about this, that, okay, some people will sit down and say, well, I don't trust my ledger, so I'm going to use Tails, I'm going to generate it, I'm going to put it on a cold laptop that I from work that I have left over. I'm going to go over here and print it on the printer that's not connected to the internet. And so now, not only are you putting your trust in a whole bunch of other non-standard things, this was a great point that he made. He goes, you're taking a standardized device that has been specifically designed to generate and seed phrases and store crypto, and now you're putting your trust in all these non-standard devices in order to somehow get your own trustable system. Right? And you're going to open yourself up to mistakes, and then you've got all these other devices that are included in the mix. He points out that the only way to do a totally trustworthy generation of seed phrase is with a paper and a pencil. But doing elliptic curve cryptography with a paper and pencil is not practical and is beyond the capabilities of a normal human being. Maybe if you're a genius, you can do that kind of stuff. So it's better to use a specific device that is designed to do this. So this whole thing about, is Ledger safe? Are Trezor safe? I mean, they are tools that you use, and there's always a level of trust. And you're going to get all these people out there that are going to bash Ledger and Trezor. Oh, it's not open source. Oh, it's been hacked. All this stuff, when really he points this out, and I love this guy. Still, of all of the solutions out there, all of these workarounds that all these people can think about, and don't trust this, do that, and do that, of all of the solutions for generating and storing cryptocurrency, hardware wallets are still by far the safest and most secure way to store your crypto. Don't let people talk you out of using hardware wallets. It's ridiculous. I'm just, people are just always not trusting hardware wallets. So I'm going to catch up to the questions here in just a sec. But I wanted to bring up these things here. Oh, I thought I had these already up. Okay, here's one. All right. I kind of created this. We're going to talk about verifying our seed phrase in a bit, but I want to talk about this one first, and I hope I didn't just... Okay, I did. So when it comes to storing and generating seed phrases, right? So we've got the storing seed phrase is, okay, I've got this seed phrase. I want to make sure nobody finds it. So I'm going to do something crazy like split it up or, convert it into some kind of code or, I mean, just people have their own schemes, right? And they're usually flawed, all right? And then the other one about generating seed phrase. People don't trust the ledger device. They think, oh, the device is already, it's got a seed phrase. The ledger knows it. They're going to steal my crypto, so I'm going to generate my own seed phrase. Human beings are really bad at generating randomness, right? So I took a class in cryptography. And I was also a software engineer. And there are some maxioms here that apply so well in this situation. The first one is don't reinvent the wheel, right? As a programmer, you don't need to code something that's already been coded. Programmers have access to a lot of libraries that are already pre-written that do user interface and do all this stuff. So there's no reason for you to be trying to code this kind of stuff. Right? There's sorting algorithms. There's all kinds of libraries out there that you can draw from rather than try to hard code these things yourself. So one of the first rules of being a software engineer is don't reinvent the wheel. And then in the cryptography class I took, one of the first rules of cryptography and encryption is don't roll your own encryption code. There are encryption libraries that implement most of the major, like AES 256 encryption. There are libraries that already implement those. So any person that sits down and tries to roll their own encryption by writing it in code is probably going to get hacked in one form or another, or make it it's not going to be usable, or it's going to have bugs. So don't violate these principles in the way that you deal with your crypto wallets. Keep it simple. There are simple tools out there. There's Ledger, there's Trezor, there's Tangem, there's, if you're super paranoid and you want to use ColdCard, that's a solution. It's a pre-done solution. ColdCard wallet, Keystone 3 Pro, air-gapped wallet, Elipal, air-gapped wallets for the more advanced users. But don't try to create your own little scheme. You're just going to get into trouble. Anyway, I would appreciate it if you guys watch that video. Let's get caught up on the stream, right? Let's see here. Oh, it's good to have everybody here. I was surprised that FBF got that much time. I thought his parents were going to make sure he didn't serve time. Well, it looked like his dad was implicated in some of this, so he was probably he didn't want to intervene too much on his son's behalf and get himself sucked in, right? Let's see. CryptoDad F3 and search for a word on that web page. Oh yeah. That I was on the wrong article anyway. Yeah. Love your videos. Thank you. Helped me so much. 12 years with good behavior. He's out, probably. Same for P. Diddy. So annoying. I want to do, Lee came here tonight, and I wanted to make sure that I did that cash out for Lee. Put my bottom dollar. Sam has Ledger in a vault when he gets out. Yeah, he's probably got some crypto stash somewhere. Hopefully he's dumb enough not to update his firmware, and he's gonna, when he gets out and he runs and grabs that Ledger device that's been in his safe for 30 years, 20 years, it won't be usable anymore because the firmware isn't updated. Really, for long term, you should store seed phrases. Yeah, but anyway. Yes, the wallet is safe. Great to catch you. I thought 25 years was fair, but after that list, he should have gotten 50 years, but he won't do more than 5. Yeah. Got too long. Commercial breaks from YouTube. Now I'm behind in the live stream, I guess. Okay. Endure the commercials or pay for the ad YouTube and get ad blocker. Just saying. Yeah, I have YouTube Premium for my entire household, and it's not cheap. Like I think I'm thinking it's $18.99 a month for a family plan or a multi-user plan. I think I've got up to 5 accounts that I can watch YouTube ad-free on. But yeah, I mean, it sucks that YouTube runs commercials. I live my life to avoid commercials, right? I don't watch commercial television. I don't watch cable television. All of the television I watch is through streaming services, and I always get the upgraded services without the commercials, because like Hulu's like, yeah, you can get Hulu Basic with commercials. I'm like, why would I want a streaming service that has commercials, right? So yeah, I pay premium for Hulu, for Max, and for Netflix. I got a free 2-year from Peacock from my internet provider. It was like, hey, you use our code, you can get 2 years of Peacock for free. And I was like, wow, that's cool. So I let my Peacock expire, and then I signed up for this thing, and I can't even watch it because it's got commercials. So I mean, one of these days I'm going to have to upgrade it back to commercial free, but I just can't take commercials. I get it, right? Okay, everybody's here. Everybody's happy. It's Easter's coming up tomorrow. It's already Easter in Australia. That's great. Yeah, Reddit is the main source of bad topics about the Ledger wallet. Unhack yourself and stop them bleeding. Hi, any thoughts on Zeta Chain and interoperability? Has Tangem halted cross-chain swaps? Not that I'm aware of, but I haven't tried to use my Tangem for any swaps lately, but I don't think so. I'm just going to check it real quick here. And then I swear, Lee, we're going to do a cash out. Here, what am I trying to do here? Why did it do that? Oh, okay. Log in with Face ID. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Swap. It looks like I can do a cross-chain swap in Tangem. Yeah. I mean, it appears to be functioning for me. It depends on the crypto. Not every crypto is compatible with other crypto. So you might be trying to swap kind of a weird pair that's not compatible. So you might want to just like poke around. But as far as I can tell, they still have that cross-chain swap. Well, of course, that's Tron to Tron. Let's check this other one. Let's try Tron to Kaz. Those are two different chains. Is it going to let me do that? Yeah, looks like it'll let me do that. That's a cross chain. So yeah, it looks like it's still there. All right, let's do that cash out. So Lee's question was, hey, I need some help cashing out from Ledger Live. I've got some crypto in Ledger Live. She mentioned altcoins. So let's see which altcoin should we could try this Polkadot. It's not very, there's not very much in here, but it's a pretty decent example of an altcoin. You might be talking about ERC20 tokens. I'm not sure. But the first thing we'll want to do is go, if you're in advanced Coinbase, you should go to portfolio on this side and then hit deposit, because then you get the choice of any crypto you want, right? You want to receive a crypto. And then here, where it says Bitcoin with a down arrow, is where you choose the crypto that you want. Bitcoin is the default, but you can pull this arrow down and choose from any crypto that they support. So in our case, we wanted to try Polkadot, right? So there you go. That's how you deposit crypto into Coinbase, right? You do deposit, receive, and choose your crypto. Then they're going to give you an address. and you'll just go back over to Ledger Live, go into your account, and do a send. And then paste in the address you got from Coinbase, hit continue, and you can send it all, however you want to do it, right? Then you've got your device connected, and it's going to tell you, hey, open up your Polkadot app, right? Let's go open the Polkadot app. All right, and then you'll click both buttons to open up the appropriate app for whatever altcoin you're trying to send, and then this little arrow means that you can advance. So we'll use this button to advance, look over the transaction, and then when you get to approve, click approve. That's it. And off it goes. And let's try another one. Let's say, I want to see if I can find one that's got, let's try this sushi, right? That's an ERC20 token. It's probably going to be expensive for us to send it, but hey, what the heck? So let's go into our sushi account. Let's go back over to Coinbase and see if they support sushi. So we'll start from the beginning. Let's do it from regular Coinbase to make it a little easier, if I can do that. Why won't it let me go back? Are you kidding me? Okay, looking for Coinbase. Yes, I am looking for Coinbase. Okay. Come on, man. What is this? Okay. They've changed the interface again. Okay. That's weird. It used to just, whatever. This is why people don't like computers and websites, because they keep changing the way things work. Okay. In regular Coinbase, we do send receive. And then when we open up the interface, we choose receive. All right. Pretty much the same thing, right? And what were we going to send? Sushi. So let's pull this down here and search for sushi. Sushi swap. There it is. All right. And they're going to give us an address for sushi swap. Copy that into our clipboard. We'll go back over to Ledger Live and we'll do a send and watch Ledger Live. And we'll paste in the address. Ledger Live is going to, and we'll just send it all. Now, sushi is an ERC20 token. I'm going to have to pay $6.15 out of the Ethereum wallet that I'm using. Sushi is a token inside the Ethereum wallet. So I need Ethereum in the wallet. A lot of people store ERC20 tokens in empty Ethereum wallets. Pigeon, thank you for that subscription. They store their ERC20 tokens in empty Ethereum wallets, and then they wonder why they can't send their tokens out. It's because you need Ethereum for the fees. It won't just take the fees out of the sushi. It would be nice, but it just doesn't work that way. All right, we'll hit continue here. $6 in Ethereum. All right, and then watch what happens on my device. It's going to bomb me out of the Polkadot app, and then it's going to say, hey, you need to open the Ethereum app. So I'll click both buttons, and it's going to process that transaction. There's the breakdown. And then it shows up on my device, asks me to review the transaction. So that little arrow over there says I can use this button to go to the side. There's the amount. There's the address I'm sending it to. I can look on my Coinbase account, just double check that. It should end in 9720. That looks good to me. And then we'll just go over here. There's the fees, and then accept and send. Like $6. It's not cheap, right? When you're sending ERC20 tokens. That's why I tend to stick with Solana and Polygon. They're much cheaper to use than the Ethereum blockchain. But Ethereum is still the big one, right? All right, so we just sent our sushi over to Coinbase. Now let's go over to Coinbase and see if anything has arrived. We'll go to my assets. It looks like the dot came in. That's fine. And the sushi should come in shortly. Shouldn't take it too long. We'll just wait on that. We could do the same thing with Bitcoin. We could do send and receive, and then just switch back to Bitcoin, BTC. The idea here is that you just want to generate the address of the crypto that you're wanting to send, right? So you want to send your Bitcoin, you need to get a Bitcoin address over on Coinbase, right? What about Solana phone? I wish I had a Solana thing. I will look for a tutorial. I've not been alerted to update it, but I haven't used Ledger in many months. Yes, it's not that difficult to update your Ledger device. Oh, you have you have Dogecoin? Okay, I don't think I have any Dogecoin in my wallet. Let's check. Doge. No, I don't. But it's not rocket science, right? Let's see if we add a Doge account. There might be some dust in here. I don't know. I can double check. I just want to give you an idea of what it's going to look like, right? It sees that I don't have the Doge app on my device, so I'll allow the secure connection. We'll let it install the Doge app. By the way, if I had any Doge in here, it would show up in this account, right? You can delete an app, even if it has a balance, you can delete an app off your device, and then once you reinstall it, the previous balance will still be there. Right now it wants me to open the Doge app on my device. Okay, no, it doesn't find any Dogecoin in there. I believe that is an existing account though, right? It has a history. Whoops, I want to get this back here. I want to, hide this. Should be down here. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you can see that I had some at one point. It's empty right now, but it's not a big deal. So basically we would hit send, just like we did with the other coins. Go over to Coinbase and do a send receive, hit receive. And in this case, we look for Doge, D-O-G-E. Right, there it is. And then you just copy that Doge address in there and go back to your Ledger Live, paste in that Doge address, boom. That's it, basically. And of course, I don't have any Doge in here, so there's nothing for me to send. Doge fees are pretty cheap. You would just hit continue and then authorize on the device. You might need to advance over using this button until you get to approve, but you saw me do it a couple of times, not that difficult. Right. And then once you've got crypto in your account, I would highly suggest that you switch to advanced Coinbase. Oh, it's over here. Is that it? Okay. Same account, right? You go to portfolio, you can see that crypto in there. What you want to do is when you do trading of your coin, now you can do it this way too. You can go up to spot and look for sushi. Or maybe it won't let me trade it. That would be weird. Okay. Huh. Okay. Let's go back to portfolio and see what it does here. Oh, okay. All right. Well, they do have it. I don't know why it wasn't coming up when I think I may have had it like on BTC. Yeah, I need to be in all markets. If you're in all markets and then you search for, there it is. Yeah. So we want the sushi USD pair. We go to market, or at least I do. It's easier. You hit max. And I'm sorry. I'm selling the sushi, right? So I go over to the sell side, market max, and there I'm going to sell it to $33. All right, and we can do the same thing with the Polkadot. Polkadot US dollar. There it is. The reason I'm doing it this way is the trading fees are much lower. right? It's only 16 cents, which seems high percentage-wise, but, you know. All right, so we've basically sold our crypto $2. We swapped our crypto for dollars, right? So now we have $63 in our account, and now we can, in the US dollar, we can do a cash out over here and just tell it, okay, I want to cash out 60 bucks. And then there's an instant, and then you can do it with the, the regular 1 to 3 business days. If you do it on a weekday, it's in the morning, you'll usually have it by the end of the day. If you do this on the weekend, you might not see it in your bank until, Monday or Tuesday. But we can go ahead and just do the instant. It's $1 fee. We'll look that one over. We can turn this thing off. I don't need that camera. Hit withdraw. I got to put in my 2-factor. And off it goes. Boom. I should have gotten an email. I usually get it right away. Ugh. There was an issue with your... Of course. Okay. Oh, that was weird. Oh, I think I clicked the button twice. But yeah, I mean, I got... Yeah, it said my transaction failed, but that was because I think I clicked the button after it was empty. But there you go. So I've got that withdrawal. It's going to be in my bank. What? Oh, I thought that I had done an instant. I guess I was playing around. Okay. Well, that was weird. Yeah, I could have sworn that I did instant on that, but maybe I was just talking too much. No, it did not come in. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, well. I was playing around too much. But basically, that's the workflow, right? Transfer the crypto into Coinbase, make your trade. Better to use advanced Coinbase, but you can trade on regular Coinbase too. They have a trading area too, where you can trade, buy, sell, convert. A little easier to use, but the fees are a bit higher, right? All right, let me see here. How do you like the, okay. Don't let some greedy nerd stop you from generating wealth. Crypt work. The phone is okay. They didn't make it just a phone they bought. There was a business essentially and called it Saga. Hopefully they build something cool for Saga too. I wish I did have my hands on one of those Solana phones. I think that would be really cool. Let's see. Open a brokerage account really easy on Fidelity, then move cash to account and purchase shares of ETF. Yeah, if you wanted to buy into a Bitcoin ETF, that's, you could just walk into any broker. They have like brick and mortar, Fidelity, just drive down 28th Street and there you'll see a couple of investment firms. You just walk in there and say, hey, I want to buy a Bitcoin ETF. They'll help you out. Here, sign here. Whoa. Just sign here. We'll buy it for you. Give us some money. Just sign here and we'll buy your ETF for you. Yeah. You can call them on the phone. Hey, man, I need more ETF, please. Give me another 1,000. And he'll be like, okay. Mm-hmm. Right? That's the whole idea of the ETF is it's like a no-brainer. Right? Or you can get online. You can go on Fidelity or Schwab, whatever. They got online presence. You can jump in there and buy ETFs to your heart content. I think Robinhood, maybe. I don't know about Robinhood. I would think so. Yeah, most likely. Let's see. So I should probably wait till if I'm not into NFTs to flip for the money. I put my kids on BNB chain because they do swap slot. Your mom is in charge of your accounts and you're not 18. Okay. I'm disabled, don't have any phone, and my mom is in charge of my accounts. Well, Greg, I don't know about that. Is that Greg? I can't see that very well. But that looks like the Greg that I know. Is that you, Greg? Cameron's friend, Greg? Let me know. Cryptwork. Well, you likely get crypto drops too. Access to special staking. Okay. I get on SSDI. I'm disabled. I'm 46. Became this way after cancer treatments. Left me wrecked for life and in no help with anything like I'm in control. Did you hear about Solana Act? It's after banking hours. No, usually if you do an instant, it'll come. It doesn't matter if it's Saturday, Sunday, or 5 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. Instants always will come into your account right away. I think I must have did something that I'll have to rewatch what I did, but I must have slipped or something. All right, so I want to thank again everyone for being here. I wanted to, let's see, there were a couple of things that, let's look on the agenda. We got that, we got that transfer cash out thing. Okay, verify the seed phrase. Okay, let's do verify the seed phrase. As I mentioned, most wallets, like a Ledger wallet, when you buy a Ledger device and you open it up for the very first time and you set it up, it's going to present to you 25 words on the device. It's not going to show up on your computer screen. It's going to show up on your device. Those are your backup words. So you need to write them down on, they give you a little card, but you can write it on a piece of paper or you can use a metal medium. There are lots of different ways for storing that seed phrase. Now, after you have written those words down and you go to the next step, it's going to ask you to re-enter all of those words. That's the way the Ledger works. And so you'll look at your card or your list of words and you'll start entering them on your device. Now, after you put in 2 or 3 of the letters of the word, it will start to give you suggestions. There are only 2,048 words on the BIP39 list. So, like if you put in CAT, it might say, oh, do you mean cat or Kathy or whatever, you know what I mean? It's going to give you words that start with those 3 letters. And then you can just like navigate and select the word. And it may be a little difficult, but if you don't get it right, it's going to reject it. So, but most people can get it on the first time. You'll have to start over, or it's going to make you start the verification over again, or they call it the confirmation. So, but you have to enter all 24 words. So you would think that after having entered those 25 words, then it would be that would be a sufficient confirmation that you had written all those words down correctly. That's on initial setup. The problem is that human beings are not perfect, and although that wallet is set up with trying to force the user to accurately write the words and confirm it, some people still can screw that process up. I don't know how, but it might be that they have written a word. I'm just going to throw a word out there. Peace, right? The word is peace, but you write it down as praise. Go figure, right? And then when you're doing your confirmation step, you click on peace anyway, even though you wrote down praise. You wrote the wrong word down on your card, but you somehow entered the right word on your device when it was the confirmation. I know it sounds weird, but the problem is I've dealt with several people that have told me they have sworn by all that is holy that they wrote down their seed phrase correctly. And then when they try to do the restore, it fails. They get an empty wallet or they get an invalid seed phrase. And they want to say, oh, there was something wrong with the Ledger device. There's something wrong with Ledger Live. No. No, you wrote it down wrong. You just have to accept that you wrote it down wrong. It's a hard thing. I've done it. I've done a lot of restores on a lot of different wallets, and I've looked at a seed phrase that I wrote down, and then as I'm entering the new one and they give me word suggestions, I look over at my sheet and I go, I wrote the wrong word on that sheet. That's like, how could I have done that? But I did. All right. So now the Ledger wallet and the Trezor, I think the Trezor only has you verify 3 of the words, if I'm not mistaken. And that's enough for, I guess, entropy or whatever they want to call it, but it doesn't force the user to verify every single word in the list. There are a lot of wallets like MetaMask that will only ask you to enter 3 of the words. So that leaves a lot of room for error. And I was doing the Keystone 3 Pro earlier today, or yesterday. I was doing a setup video, and they show you the words on your screen and ask you to tap them in order. And I mean, you are looking at your card and tapping the words, so you would think that you had copied the words down correctly. But if you've just freshly done it and you write messy and you're looking at the word just after you wrote it, you remember writing it, and so you're like, oh, that word is chocolate. But after 2 or 3 years and you pull that seed phrase out, your writing was so illegible that you don't even recognize that it was chocolate anymore. I'm just giving you an example of a word. So I'm not that crazy about tapping the words in order. It doesn't force you to verify every single letter of every word. So how can we verify a seed phrase and know that it is in fact correct? Well, there are a couple ways to do this. One of them is Ledger Recovery Check, which is a great tool. The Ledger Recovery Check is an app that you can download on your device, and when you run a Ledger Recovery Check, it will ask you to enter 24 words. I think we talked about this last week, too. There it is. Whoops. So in Ledger Recovery Check, if I were to click on this, it would say, all right, enter 25 words. I would get out my little card and I would start entering the words. And then at the end, it would tell me that's a match or that's not a match. And that would tell me whether or not I wrote down my seed phrase correctly, right? But there are still ways people can screw things up above and beyond all of that, right? Like somehow restoring from a different seed phrase. There's all kinds of things people can do to screw that process up. So here is kind of a foolproof process. And I had heard Andreas Antonopoulos go through this, but I couldn't find the video or I couldn't find it in writing. I was going to link to it. But this is basically what you do, right? You set up your device, you write down your seed phrase, you initialize the wallet and send in a small transaction. Like $10 or $20 worth of Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever. Just a small test amount. And then you wipe the device, right? and then you do a restore with your seed phrase, and then you verify your balance. Right? That is the foolproof way to make sure that you have properly set up that wallet and that that seed phrase was written down correctly and you can do a successful restore. Once you have done that, now you can put in $100,000 worth of Bitcoin or $1,000 worth of Bitcoin or whatever matters to you. But I get so many people, they get this little device, they've never used it before, they rush through the setup, and then they drop, a couple of grand of crypto in there, and then they stick it in a safe because they think it's safe, and then maybe they put the seed phrase in there with this, I don't know, or the seed phrase is hidden somewhere else. But then 5 years later, they pull out that device thinking, hey, it's like a brick, and or a gold bar. Well, it's not. When you pull it out, it hasn't been updated. The firmware is hopelessly out of date. It's unusable. So now the only thing between you and your crypto is that seed phrase. And then, oops, I wrote that seed phrase down wrong. Boom, you just lost your crypto. So this is a very meticulous and foolproof way of verifying that that seed phrase that you wrote down is, in fact, correct. Right? You don't want to take chances, especially if you're going to store a huge amounts of Bitcoin long term. Right? And if you want to use your hardware device as your crypto safe, whatever, it's not really a safe, it's more of a key. You want to just pull it out of there once a month. Pull it out of there once or twice a year, run the updates. It's not that difficult to do. Would you, if you had an iPhone and you stuck it in, a drawer, after 2 years, pulled it out, wouldn't you'd be hopelessly outdated. You'd have to spend an hour getting that phone up to date. It's the same with ledgers. The reason that is because it has to be flexible to take into account all of the changes that occur in blockchains. They're constantly being changed and updated. Crypto is a fluid system. Right? It's not static. And so many people think crypto is static. It's okay, I'm going to buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, and I'm going to put it on this hardware device, and I'm going to throw it in my safe and forget about it. That's not the way to think about crypto. It's fluid. You need to take care of it, nurture it like a plant. I don't know if that sounds weird, but if it's your money, right, don't you think you should take the time to, make sure that device is updated so that, it's going to be functional? I don't know. Anyhow, anything? Did I say 25 words? I didn't mean to say 25. I meant 24. 25 words is a whole nother ballgame. 25 words, or what they call the 25th word, is what is a passphrase. I really don't want to get into that now because it's just going to complicate things and, get people even more confused. But it is possible to add a passphrase. And that could even be worse, right? You've written down your seed phrase correctly, you've kept your device up to date, and after 5 years, you pull everything out of the safe, ready to cash out, and you can't remember your passphrase, and boom, you just lost your crypto. Right? Or you keep your passphrase, your seed phrase, and your hardware device in a wall safe that's made of tin, and your house gets robbed and they look for hiding places. They look in your coat closet and they find that little wall safe, and they just rip it out, and they open it up, and boom, they got everything they need, right? So, you have to be security minded, but you also have to be meticulous. Make sure you don't lose your crypto. Sure might be in this website. 8 is the word for my birthday. I got stake coins on Coinbase left on platform, like less $50 worth across 5 different tokens. It doesn't even get $1 combined a year. Yeah, staking on Coinbase. If you know, in order to make money staking, there's some things you need to. Greg just asked if he could email me. Of course you can email me. My email is thecryptodad@gmail.com. Down here at the bottom of the description. Thecryptodad@gmail.com. Feel free to shoot me an email. I spend a lot of time going back and forth with emails every week. Staking. I get a lot of people asking me about staking. How do I stake this? How do I stake this? Can I stake this in Tangem Wallet? Can I stake this in this wallet? I need to stake it. I want to stake it. Well, there's some things you need to be aware of with staking. First of all, you need pretty decent amount to get a decent return. The more crypto you're staking, the higher dollar value of that reward is going to be. If you got $50 worth of crypto in there and you've been staking it, it's not really going to make it worth your while for all the time and effort that you have to put into staking. So you want to have a decent amount in there that you're staking. Another thing is it's going to take some time. Most staking, they'll tell you that it's, say, this is a 7% APR or 15% APR. That means annual percentage yield, which means that it takes you an entire year to get that percentage, right? If you only stake it for a week, you're not going to get a 17, or a 7% return on your staking, right? It has to be in there for the whole year to get that full 7%, if that's what the percentage is. So you have to be aware of that. It's going to take some time. And there was one more thing I wanted to say about staking. Getting old, guys. Staking. Okay. Here's the big one, right? If, for instance, you're staking Cardano, right? You say, okay, I'm going to stake my Cardano, and I've got 1,000 Cardano, right? And I'm going to stake it for a year. Well, that's all well and good. The problem is you're earning Cardano. You're not earning dollars. You're earning Cardano. So if you started staking Cardano in 2021 and then you go to check it in 2023, you'll notice that the price of Cardano is down like 80%. So you have to remember that you're staking a token that fluctuates in price. So all of that, if you take $1,000 of your hard-earned money, you stuck it in to Cardano, and then you staked that Cardano, and you earned like 7% more Cardano than what you had, and then the value of the Cardano token is down. Now it's only worth $300, and you're like, hey, what happened? I thought staking was going to make me rich. You have to remember you're getting rewards in the token, and the token might go down in value. Now it could go the other way too. It could go back. It could go up. Your Cardano tokens, the price of Cardano might do it 3 times while you're staking. And then that 7% of staking rewards is going to be pretty hardy compared to the $1,000 that you stuck in there in the beginning. But it could go the other way too. So there's a lot of ifs in staking. And each crypto has its own way of staking. It's not just an across the board, just flip a switch, stake your crypto thing. Every crypto has a different process and protocols and unbonding periods. A lot like Cosmos. If you're staking Cosmos and you want to liquefy it, or you want to unstake it, it takes 21 days to do a full unstaking. Solana staking only takes a couple of days. Cardano staking, you can unstake right away. There's just different stuff for different crypto. So please be aware, everybody thinks staking is like a money tree. There are a lot of things to consider when staking, especially that you're only getting rewarded in a token that fluctuates in value. So staking during a bull market, good. Staking during a bear market, not so good. Can you have two ledger devices with the same seed phrase? Yes, you can. All you have to do is buy a new one and use the 24-word recovery phrase to restore your second one. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, I should have done this early on, but I wanted to thank John Savage for subscribing to my channel. I meant to do this last week because I noticed that he had subscribed. He also has a YouTube channel. I put a little in my description there. I've got this little at John Savage Crypto, which I think tags him that when I tag him, but I just wanted to thank him personally. I looked at his page and I guess I should subscribe. I'm pretty stingy with my subscribes, but yeah, so I just wanted to thank John for subscribing. Yeah, and then I got lost there. Oh, two cryptos. Yeah, what I wanted to do was look over here. Oh, let's just do this. Yeah, mirror. Yeah, so this video is pretty much exactly what you're talking about, Diesel Kane, Mr. Diesel, Mr. Kane, Diesel. Can I call you Dees? Oh no, my control key just fell off. Oh no. Just popped right back on. Good for me. Yeah, there's that video. It's a step-by-step video, and I show you exactly how to set up a device, because Ledger sells a backup pack. I don't know if they still sell it or not, but it's two devices. It's a X and a Ledger Nano S Plus, which the Ledger Nano S Plus makes a perfect backup mirror device for the Ledger Nano X. If anything happens to your Ledger Nano X, your Ledger Nano S Plus is already configured with the exact same seed phrase. You just hit the ground running. I know it sounds weird, but if you are in Ledger Live and you have a mirror device, like, okay, I've got this, whoops, I don't know what I did there. I have a Ledger Nano X, and then I took the seed phrase of that Ledger Nano X and, well, I can't find my Ledger Nano S Plus at the moment. Well, let's just say it was this other Ledger Nano X, the black on black. If I restored this one with the 24-word recovery phrase of my original device, these two devices are mirror images of each other. They're using the same seed phrase, which means that if I want to do a send or manage my crypto, it doesn't matter which device is connected. The Ledger Live thinks they're the same device. Right? You're not going to get a, oops, something went wrong. It's just going to, oh, okay. They're interchangeable. So if this guy gets like stepped on or stolen or comes up missing or the dog chews it up, I'll just hit the ground run and this thing will be up and ready to roll. It's a mirror image, right? It's a cryptographic duplicate. Even though physically they're two different devices, Ledger treats them the same. And if something happens to the go-to device, I don't need to touch Ledger Live. I don't need to wipe Ledger Live or restore Ledger, do anything crazy like that. I just connect this device and it syncs up with all of these accounts. It's done. Right? People, oh, well, and if you like say, okay, you connect this other one and you want to do a receive on your Bitcoin, and you connect the secondary device, but you don't have the Bitcoin app on there, no problem. Ledger Live will realize, it'll check the device. Oh, you don't have the Bitcoin app on there. I'll install it for you. Boom, boom, you're done. And then it'll finish the transaction. So yeah, it is very possible to have two devices with the same seed phrase, right? It's actually a good practice, best practice. Can you liquid stake Cosmos Atom in the few clicks to ST Atom and sell it instantly? I don't know if there's anything like ST Atom. Let's see. Ledger. I think Ledger is just a validator for Atom, right? I already have my Atom staked with a couple of other validators. But I don't think they give you ST Atom. It's just staked, basically. So, I mean, if we go over here to Kepler. Yeah, and do this. Yeah, it's basically just staked, right? There's no ST Cosmos. So if you need to sell some, you have an available balance. If you have it all staked and you want to sell some, then you need to go through the unstaking process, right? That will, over here, you can unstake if you want to, right? And you could do that in Ledger Live too, but I prefer to use Kepler. It's much better. Where do you stake Solana? What's the best platform to use? You can stake Solana in your where is it? Pardon me. I think you need to go over here. If you go to the you have to open up the web page. You can go to the staking in the Solflare wallet, which I'm using with my Ledger device. You can go to the staking and stake your Solana. And it's pretty decent, 7.5 APY. I staked some Solana in the past. I went to unstake it, and it only took a couple days to unstake. But if you're uncomfortable using a third-party wallet, you can stake it in Ledger Live too, I believe. Yeah, you've got staking within Ledger Live, and they pay you 7.0. It looks like. So. Yeah, so as I mentioned, Solana can be unstaked within a couple of days, whereas Cosmos takes 21 days to unbond once it's been staked. That's just for the ecosystem, right? Because there's a lot of validators that are running on, the promise of the staking. So when someone decides to unstake, they need time to kind of unwind and balance things out on their node. So they get those 21 days. So it's just part of the system. But Solana has a lot shorter unbonding period. And Cardano has none at all. Cardano will let you unstake immediately. Every crypto is slightly different. Can you show me how to set up a wallet for Near? Yes, Chippy. All you have to do is go to the accounts and hit Add Account and choose Near. And then say Continue. And it's going to ask you, it will install the Near app on your device if you haven't got it installed. I need to get this out here. Yeah, I was in the middle of something else. Leroy, thank you for that. I appreciate that. It asks you to open the Near app. Like I said, if you don't have the Near app installed, it will install it for you. You have to make sure your device is connected when you do this. All right, and then it creates an account for you. I don't know why Microsoft Edge popped up. That's kind of weird. All right. Well, as you can see, there's some near accounts are in there already, but the dim ones are the ones that are already in Ledger Live. But I could add a new empty one if I wanted to here, but I'm not going to. All right. You can look at it down here, and there's your near wallet. And if you want to put some near in there, you'll hit receive. And you do your hardware check. See, verify the hardware. But hey, you want to make sure that you copy that into your clipboard before you do this. There you go. And then go buy some near and transfer it into that address, right? We can buy some near on Coinbase, right? I think they sell it. I'm pretty sure they do. Boop-a-doo. Yeah. So yeah, you could buy $50 worth of near. I would buy it on advanced Coinbase. I'd do it as a trade. Yeah. And then just do the send receive. But this time you would do the send, right? And you would send your near token to your wallet, right? That's the address of my Ledger wallet, right? 6E621. What's that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, E621. All right. And then off it goes, right? Well, there's not much in there. It's not going to let me send a cent. Yeah. If I have coins on Nami wallet and I want to send them to Ledger, is the address different or the same as Cardano receive? I think I have my coins on Nami, not protected by a Ledger. Yeah, if you don't have it used with a Ledger, then you would need to transfer it. If you are using Nami with a Ledger, then you could just connect the Ledger and add a Cardano account, and it would see the Cardano, a wallet that you created on Nami with your Ledger device. Right? That's the beauty of third-party wallets using your Ledger devices, that you don't have to transfer the coin into Ledger Live. If you want to see it in Ledger Live, just add the account. It'll be in there already from the Nami wallet if you were using the Ledger. In your case, you say it was not protected by a Ledger. So in that case, you would need to go into your Cardano account and do a receive, get your Cardano address, and then go over to your Nami wallet. I don't think I have. Oh, I've got Nami. Are you? I thought Nami was eternal now, or am I thinking of something else? Yeah, I mean, I thought that there was the eternal wallet is better, but you already have it in Nami. Okay, so yeah, we're working with what you. So yeah, I mean, it's basically a Cardano wallet. I don't think I have it. Oh, I do. Okay. Yeah, I haven't got a wallet set. Milton, thank you for that subscription. I appreciate it. Yeah, but it's basically if you have some Cardano in this wallet, just do a send and use the address of, your Cardano wallet in your Ledger, right? You do the same thing that we were doing before. You connect your Ledger device, you choose add account, and you say, I want to add a Cardano account. And, make sure the device is attached, and has you open the Cardano app, and it'll create an empty account for you, and then you'll have a receiving address. As you can see, it sees that my account is already in there, so I'm not going to create a new one. So once you have that empty account, you would do receive, do the hardware check, get your address, and go over to your NAMI wallet and do a send. Always do a small send first. You know, if you got like 20 grand worth of Cardano in the NAMI wallet, just do like maybe $10 worth. Make sure it gets over there before you send it all. All right. Best practice. I did want to cover what happens if you lose your seed phrase or reveal your seed phrase. What do you do? I think I just wanted to cover that in, whoops. Ugh. It's not going to let me do this, is it? Okay. Yeah, we wanted to talk about a lost seed phrase. Now, suppose you have inadvertently or been tricked into revealing your seed phrase, and you realize it, right? You're horrified. You realize that the scammer got your seed phrase, and I just remembered someone had sent me an email. I think I forgot to reply. But anyway, she was telling me this scenario. So you realize that you've revealed your seed phrase, and maybe you've looked at one of your wallets has now been emptied out. What can you do? Right? This is the very same scenario with lost it. Okay, I wrote it down. I put it somewhere. I don't know where it is. All right. That's not as big of an emergency as I revealed it to a scammer, but it's close, right? It's the same. The same thing is that now your wallet is in jeopardy, right? If you're using a hardware wallet and it's still functioning, then you're okay, right? But don't take chances. If you don't know where your seed phrase is, you need to restore, or you need to empty that wallet out. You need to migrate out of that wallet. Now, let me think here. I think let's just do a new one, all right? Lost seed phrase. Okay. It's like, okay. All right, so we lost our seed phrase. So what do we do? Empty wallet. Right? You want to take every crypto out of that wallet. Transfer it out. Go, okay, look at me. I've inadvertently revealed or lost the seed phrase to my Ledger device. I need to go into every single account and send all of that crypto somewhere else, to a different wallet or to an exchange. I need to empty out this entire wallet, right? And when I say wallet, I mean all of the accounts that I have set up on this device, right? If I have revealed this seed phrase or I have lost this seed phrase, I need to immediately empty this wallet out, right? Now, you might be too late, right? The scammer may have already emptied it out, but they may not realize all of the cryptos that you have in there. Like in my case, they're like, oh, I didn't know he had Near token, or oh, I didn't know he had ICP because that wasn't in Ledger Live, that was with a third-party wallet, or whatever, right? There may be crypto that's being managed by this device that maybe the scammer or hacker isn't aware of, right? They got your Bitcoin, they got your Ethereum, but maybe they didn't realize that you had some of these other cryptos, like Phantom or Near or Dogecoin, whatever, right? So you need to empty out this wallet as soon as you can while you still have access. Number one, right? Move that crypto somewhere safe, whether it's somewhere temporary. Move it to an exchange, move it to a phone-based wallet like Trust Wallet, something like that. Just get it out. Get all the crypto out of here, because this wallet is now compromised, and possibly you could lose it, because if you don't know where your seed phrase is, your device is the only thing standing between you and your crypto. This little $100 plastic device. So you could step on it tomorrow, or you could, it could brick up on you. You don't know, right? Empty it out. Get everything out of there, right? Step 2. Reset. Reset wallet, right? Enter your pin phrase, Marco. Enter your seed phrase incorrectly 3 times. Reset the wallet. Set up as new. Boom. Set it up as brand new. Write down a new seed phrase. And then now you have a safe, empty wallet, and you know where your seed phrase is. So you lost your seed phrase, or you gave it away, empty that wallet out as soon as you can. A lot of people ask me, I think I just gave someone my seed phrase. What do I do? What do I do? I'm like, get your crypto out of there. That should be your number one goal right now. Get that crypto out of there while you still have access to it. Right away, before the scammer has time to figure out how many different cryptos you have. He may just have gotten your Ethereum. Maybe he's just after the Ethereum. He's like an Ethereum scammer or whatever. But you still have access to the wallet, so get in there. You both have access to the same wallet, right? Because you both have control of the seed phrase. So your goal is to empty out the wallet before he can, or she, whoever you got scammed by. So get the crypto out of there while you still have access to it. If you lost your seed phrase, treat it the same, right? You don't know where that seed phrase could be, right? After you've done all that, reset the wallet, set it up as new, and then you can put all your crypto back in again. You might want to save that original seed phrase of the scammed seed phrase. Well, if you lost the seed phrase, you're out of luck. But let's say you accidentally revealed it and you still have it. Even though you've wiped the wallet, you could hang on to that seed phrase in case, for tax purposes or whatever, you need to prove something. You can always restore that tainted seed phrase if you need access to the transaction history. Like you need to prove that somebody scammed you or whatever. I don't know. Or you need to, pay your taxes on, your capital gains or whatever. So you can always hang on to an old seed phrase and, restore it somewhere else down the road. But yeah, empty out that wallet, reset that wallet, set it up as new, and put your crypto back in, right? Please do that if you lose that seed. I've had people tell me, I had a guy, he said, hey, I had my ledger, I had a bunch of crypto in there, I put it in my safe for 3 years, pulled it out, tried to use it, and they said, oh, and you need to update your firmware. And then when I tried to update my firmware, I realized the device was unusable. But I don't know what I did with my seed phrase. Can't find it. I'm going to sue Ledger. I'm like, you're going to sue Ledger because you don't remember where you put your seed phrase. Okay, makes sense, right? That's it. And I'm sure over the 3 years, maybe he should have verified that he knew where the seed phrase was, instead of kicking back, right? So think right now, you have a Ledger wallet. Do you know where your seed phrase is right now? Do you know? If you don't, you better go look for it and find it. If you can't find it, you need to do this. Get that crypto out of there, reset that wallet, set it up as new, and put your crypto back in there. I always thought that it was tough to have my seed phrase compromised. I try to keep one simple picture in my computer room, and if you zoomed in, you could see my MetaMask phrase I wrote down. It's possible, but not very likely. I mean, do you have a webcam behind your head in your wall? I mean, my Alexa show kind of creeps me out because it's got like the screen and the camera. When I walk in to the living room, it comes up. I don't even say a word. It comes up. It says "Hello, Rex." So it has like a little on the screen. It says "Hello." It doesn't say it. It just shows up on the screen. "Hello, Rex," because it recognizes me, my face. But I don't think the Amazon Alexa is copying people's seed phrases down. If you have a doorbell, an Amazon Ring, it's pointing out away from the house. I don't know. If you really think there's people, with webcams or secret cameras looking over your shoulder, you probably have more problems than crypto. But I know you're just throwing out a scenario. I get it. Yeah. But it's rather than focusing on the crazy fantasies of the what ifs, focus on the basics. Right? As I mentioned earlier, this whole crazy thing about people are, trying to hide their seed phrases in really creative ways or generate weird seed phrases because they don't trust the ledger. They've got this paranoid fantasy that ledger has their seed phrase, which they don't. And so then they go through all these, jump through all these hoops and do something crazy, and they don't remember what they did, right? Instead of worrying about all this crazy paranoid stuff like, oh, Ledger has my seed phrase, somebody tampered with my wallet, somebody saw me write my seed phrase down, even though I wrote it down on paper, just try and just focus on the basics, the basics of security, and don't get all caught up in all of that crazy hype that you hear on Reddit. It's just going to drive you nuts. Right? I don't know. If Ledger locks me out, I'm going to call NATO. Call the president. What was that? Isn't that was one of my favorite lines from campy movies, right? Big Trouble in Little China. You love that movie? I love that movie. Kurt Russell. They're going to go after... I can't remember the name of the bad guy, the Chinese magic guy they're going after. They're just getting ready to go. And he says, okay, you people sit tight, hold down the fort, and keep the home fires burning. And if we're not back by dawn, call the president. Yeah. If Ledger locks me out, I'm calling the president. Did take the pic. I didn't realize my seed phrase was clearly in the pic set a bunch of friends. Oh, that. Yeah, that's probably... If you've done that, you probably should go through this, right? Do this right away. Most likely your friends don't realize what it is, but it's insecure. So do this. Move your crypto out, reset the wallet, generate a new wallet with a new seed phrase, and don't take a picture of it. Right? Write it down. Right? But if you still have access to your crypto, now's the time, right? Don't wait for one of your friends to suddenly realize that, hey, there's a seed phrase here. I love this guy, but hey, we're talking, 10 grand here. I don't know if my friendship is that close, and he won't even know it's me anyway. He sent it to like 5 other people. How's he going to know it's me? Yeah, move your crypto as soon as you can, while you still have access to it. Then you won't have to worry about it anymore. Scrub 24. What federal agency did you work for? When I set my next Ledger device, I'll do it inside a SCIF. Right. Get to the bunker. Do that seed. Hiding and encoding. Kurt Russell saved the president in Escape from New York. That's right. Kurt Russell is the bomb. All right. I hope I haven't been getting too cranky with you guys tonight. The reason I'm talking about all this seed phrase stuff is because I've been dealing with people that have lost access to their seed phrases, and it's heartbreaking. So you want to make so sure that you know where that seed phrase is. that you've written it down correctly and you have access to it and you can successfully restore your device. You should try and do that a couple of times just to practice, right? I mean, if you want to get good at baseball, you practice, right? You want to get good at soccer, you practice. You want to get good at, archery, you practice. You want to get good at holding your crypto, then you practice. Practice transfers, practice restores, practice setups, Don't just buy one wallet and then forget about it, It's like, it's something you need to be involved in it, right? It's part of you. It's fluid. You need to invest in it. Otherwise, it might not be there when you need it, right? Snake Piskin saves the world. She'll do a $5 hammer attack. Yeah. There's all kinds of consideration with crypto. The $5 wrench attack, people talk about that one like they're worried about their privacy. They don't want anyone else to know they've got crypto. They're worried like if there's data leaks, privacy leaks, like the Ledger customer leak, that they're vulnerable to the $5 wrench attack, which means someone just comes up with a $5 wrench, hits you over the head, and tells you to give up your seed phrase or your device or whatever, depending on how sophisticated they are. Basically the $5 wrench attack just boils down to physical security. Lock your doors, whatever, just like you would anything, protect. How do you protect your wallet, that you carry around in your back pocket? How do you protect your car? You lock it at night. How do you protect your house? You lock your doors and windows and you leave your porch light on. It's just basic physical security. The $5 wrench attack can be avoided if you practice safe physical security, right? Don't walk down dark alleys, that kind of stuff. Did you answer my question about the will? Oh, okay, the will. The most straightforward way of leaving your crypto is to leave a seed phrase to your wife or your children, and if you don't trust them, then you can leave that with a lawyer in a sealed envelope. He doesn't need to know that it's a seed phrase. But trying to leave weird instructions or coded messages or a seed phrase that's broken up into pieces, you're just going to leave a conundrum and a puzzle to your loved ones if you do that. You need to leave them a seed phrase, not a hardware wallet. You need to leave them a seed phrase. They will be able to figure out how to gain access to any of the crypto that's stored in that seed phrase. That can be in the lawyer's possession for 25 years. Now, there are other solutions like Webacy, a great company. Webacy has a crypto will, but it's a bit complicated, but it's secure. But a lot of loved ones don't know anything about crypto, and so something like this might be a little more too difficult for them to handle. And there's a lot of there's a dead switch on your wallet, and if you don't check in every year or two, it's going to alert your loved ones that you may have passed away and that they've been given access to this wallet, and then they'll have to verify themselves to gain access to this crypto. And Webacy is one of many, but I've spoken with Webacy. They're a great company. If you want to do like a crypto-based solution for, a crypto well, this is a good one. But as I mentioned, just leaving a seed phrase with a lawyer and instructions is enough. Just like have in your will, little Johnny gets this envelope. It's for his eyes only. And then little Johnny opens it up, and Johnny's 32 at that point, and he's like, okay, This is the seed phrase to my crypto wallet. Here are some links that would help you, restore it to the wallet of your choice. Right? The seed phrase is the most versatile, easiest thing to leave to someone. Don't leave them some crazy hardware wallet they don't know how to use, or some convoluted, scavenger hunt to find, the keys to your crypto. That's not leaving something to your loved ones. That's leaving, a problem to your loved ones. Just leave them a seed phrase. That's my thing. But there are a lot of solutions out there for crypto will. This would be one of them. There are other companies. The hammer attack failed, right? But if you live alone and you want to leave your wallet for someone I don't know, write it in lipstick on the mirror in case you die, and then when they come in, then I don't know. It just depends on the person. If you trust them, then you can give them the seed phrase or the wallet or whatever and say, if I die, I want you to have this, but don't do it before I die. It's a bit of a conundrum, but you can come up with any scenario. You're in a locked room and, you want to leave your crypto to somebody, but you don't know who. And there's lots of scenarios. Yeah. But the trick is, if you want to leave your crypto to someone, you would prefer that they not have access to the crypto until after you're dead, then you would need to leave instructions with an estate lawyer or do something like this, that it's provable that you are in fact dead and they now have access to the crypto. And they have to prove who they are. It can't just be anybody, right? You have to specify who you want to. Well, you give them the key. I know it's a little bit complicated, but you tell them, okay, you have an account. I've sent your email, and if something were to happen to me, they will email you the instructions to gain access to the crypto once you've gone through the recover process or whatever, the claim process. It's all cryptographic, right? And the lawyer is just the same, give it to a lawyer. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go on out tonight. It's been great. I hope I didn't get too cranky for you guys tonight. I want to thank everyone that was here as usual. Dan, as always, good to have you. JDO, thank you so much for being in the trenches and answering questions. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Kenny, for all the news story. Thank you, Asil, for the donation. I really appreciate that as well. And thank you to all of you who subscribed tonight during the live stream. Thank you, everyone that asked questions or just checked in general. Let's get this thing. Whoops. You can pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. Right. Thank you, everyone that just came in and watched and listened and made comments. I appreciate it. We will do this again Saturday. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then let's look forward to, looks like it might be April 20th, which will also be a Saturday. Yeah, that's like 1, 2, 3 weeks from tonight. So that might be fun. Let's do that. And then on Wednesdays, I usually try to do a live stream for about an hour on Wednesdays. I believe I posted a standalone video this week, if I'm not mistaken. I did how to buy Solana meme coins. So subscribe to my channel to get alerts to all my standalone videos and alerts for my live stream. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And I hope to see you guys here again next week. Thank you very much. Have a good night.